Hmm. Little pesky little live streamer.
Still analysing. I can see us live. The countdown clock's gone to 0, as you said.
Oh,
now I'm going to go live.
I'll go live on Amazon now.
Good job.
Now I'm going live.
We started early.
Now I'm going live, and I don't care who knows.
So it's trying to go live. Okay, so I'm going to come back to the studio and hopefully wait for the signal to go through to your iPhone and my iPad. It has. Yeah. Right, without further ado, let's take that off. And things going extremely slowly at the moment. Sorry, I'm going to. You can do it. We are live on Amazon, and we're actually talking, but we're not physically on screen. And I'm trying to get us on screen.
Oh, that's interesting, because I can see us on stream. I can see us on
just
Amazon.
A minute.
Oh, and then I couldn't. That's all rather weird and wonderful. You're back again. Back again, but I can't hear you, Stephen. That's the only slight issue. Well, two issues actually. I've now got the sun streaming through my curtains as well. So unusual. Don't normally get a super sunny Saturday. Or Saturday? It's not Saturday, it's Monday. Don't normally get a super sunny day in the UK when I'm live streaming, but not to worry. But as you can see, if you're watching on Amazon, welcome. This is the live stream with myself and Stephen Healey that we do every Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. UK time, and it's looking a little bit iffy as to what's going on. Can see you both. Hi, Corinda. You can see us both.
This is Amazon Live. This is a short guided tour of what Amazon Live is about. Now, basically, Amazon Live is broadcasters from around the globe getting together to broadcast on Amazon.com and talk about the products they own and love. And this is the homepage, amazon.com/live. You can reach it from the amazon.com homepage by taking the menu and going down to get to Amazon Live. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, we've got the people I'm actually following. I'm on the Discover page, which basically shows me the broadcasts that are live at the moment. You'll see in the top left-hand corner, it says live. And we've got a variety of topics. If we go down, we'll see people who are live and people who've been live. Now, if people have been live, you can actually watch the replay. If they are live, though, there is more that you can do. The first thing is that you can follow people. Now, if you follow, this is important, because it means you'll never lose this broadcast. It will always be available to you in the following tab, which is all the shows that you follow on a regular basis, and you can watch the replays or you can watch live just by going to the following tab. Whilst the broadcast is live, you can type in to the text box. So I'm going to type in hello from the UK. Hello from the UK. Okay, and that shows on the screen. So you can communicate with the live broadcasters whilst they are live. You can type text. You can ask questions about the products they're actually demonstrating, and you'll get answers live on it. These are people who actually know the products well, and when they talk about something that's down the carousel, they do know about it, and you can ask questions. The questions and the text in the right-hand side of this page will actually disappear after the show. So it's not a permanent record. The only thing that survives the live broadcast is the recording. All the text down the right-hand side goes. The second thing you can do is you can follow somebody. Now, if you press the following button, it means that you'll quickly be able to find their broadcasts. Now, this is important. In the centre of the screen, you can see an unmute button. Until you press the unmute button on an individual broadcast, you cannot listen to what the person is saying. Now, obviously, it makes it more interesting when you can hear what people are saying. So, if you
Oh, I'm still here. Now, where is the mystery? The mystery is, where is Guru Steve? This is the question that we're asking ourselves, because it would normally be top left hand, where that blue box is, but he's obviously got a lot of things going on. But what a great little video, what a great opening video, in order to show us exactly how to access Amazon Live, particularly as we're in the UK. So we talk to people about saying, oh yeah, I'm an Amazon live stream influencer, and they say, what the hell's that? So that was a really good little video there, Stephen, to explain to our UK viewers exactly what it is and how to see us live. And welcome, I can see you in all your glory.
Good. I'm glad you can see me. I lost both cameras. I lost your camera, but I was able to refresh. And having a plan B and playing that video. Now, the full video is actually over on YouTube. It runs about 9 minutes, but we can't play 9 minutes in a broadcast in Amazon Live. So we'll play parts of it during the broadcast. But the good thing is that I can now hide that. Okay. And I've hidden that. So that's gone. And I can now hide that, because you know who we are, and Nick and I can appear side by side, and we'll get there in a second. Thank you for bearing with us. We do try to sort of, I'm going for the classic view.
That's cool. Okay. Oh, now Corinda's saying there's an echo. I can't hear an echo, but if there's an echo on
I can't hear an echo either. I can ditch the video, but everything else there shouldn't be an echo, because it's only you and I on screen, and there's only 2 cameras involved, and everything else. I've muted the quiz. I've muted my second camera, so there shouldn't be an echo. Corinda, could you refresh, please? And if you're watching us, yeah,
it's okay. It's now a message saying when the video was playing.
All right. Okay.
So there's not an echo now. We're all good to go.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll play the video at another point and switch all microphones off. It's just that when we started this broadcast, we had a lockup, and my camera, 2 cameras disappeared. Nick's cameras disappeared, so I had to do something to actually keep the show going.
That's very good. Actually, that might have been the echo, Corinne. It might have been that that my mic was on and the video was playing, so it might have been getting it double bubble that way.
Yeah. But we're out of that, and if you're watching us, and thank you for staying with us on Amazon Live, this is Lights Camera Action. Shall we just say hello to everybody? Okay, so let's do this slowly. Welcome to the show. This is our last show. No, it's our last Amazon show of January, I think. And this is Lights Camera Action. And we're broadcasting live on Nick's page and on my page, and you can watch on either or both, but you'll get the same video.
I thought there was something you weren't telling me then. You said it's our last show. I'm thinking, oh, okay.
No, sorry, no, bad phrasing. What I meant is our last show in January, because I know you've got a show tonight at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. in the UK.
Yes, that's not actually on Amazon. That's just an interview with lovely girl Jasmine who found us. She was watching us one day on Amazon and reached out and said hello. So yeah, we connected. So that's good. And actually, since I made that post, she's messaged me and said, "Can we go half an hour earlier so we can have an hour's worth of video?" Because she thinks I'm that interesting. Oh, she's in for a shock.
I mean, times has been a problem today. I thought I arranged to go live with Brigetti in the NVIDIA group on our first show together for years, and Brigetti pointed out that it was not 12 p.m. Eastern that we were going to go live. It was in fact 12 p.m. GMT. So 5-hour time difference. So we decided that we'd go live at 12 p.m. So this is my second show today. And I just want this now to settle down and go as well as my first broadcast today with Brigetti. And Brigetti, absolutely brilliant. Enjoyed broadcasting together. And this is live video. It is.
Cool. Brilliant. Can I just quickly say how not only to Corinda, who I know is watching on Amazon, but also Lucy watching on Amazon as well, or was watching on Amazon. Thank you for the comment. Really do appreciate it. So that's cool.
Okay, and I'm just trying to do something in the studio. I don't know whether you've noticed this, Nick, but I am not Nick Wood. Okay, I am not Nick Wood. And if I put this on screen, it says, I just want, if anybody's watching him at Be.Live, it says that I'm Nick Wood. I'm not. Now, if I put the other one on, it will say, quite rightly, it will that one, hopefully, and it will say in a second. Okay, I'm not Nick Wood. That's Nick Wood. The studio's confused, and hopefully it's no. I've got to be Nick Wood for the rest of the show. So
more than one Nick Wood in the world is a dangerous place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide your name.
Hey, now you're called Logitech Brio.
I'm now a Logitech Brio. So there you are. Okay, let's switch that off as well. You can have so much fun live broadcasting. It's not true. We're showing you what can possibly go wrong. In the last 10 minutes, we've shown you about 5 things that can go wrong. And we're still here, and we're still on Amazon Live, and we're still broadcasting. So there you have it. Now, the way that this show's run is that we have a movie quiz. So it is time for me to switch my camera off, and we'll go, hopefully. I've got my fingers and toes crossed, Nick, on this, because after everything that's happened so far, I'm going to switch my camera off, but you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay.
And now that really is Nick Wood in the screen.
It really is Nick Wood. But I'm going to show this as well. And next to Nick, you can see the quiz. And if we go like this has got to work.
Yeah.
Like that.
That way.
I need to shrink you again.
The pain of the shrinkage.
Ooh. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're going now.
Ooh.
Okay, and you're shrunk, and I'm not exactly in the right place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up a bit. Okay, so nice. We should now. We're good. Okay, so I'm broadcasting now on my Microsoft Surface Book 2 camera. Okay, so right, cool. I'm wearing, of course, my SH T-shirt from Stonehenge. Right,
that is so cool.
Time to choose again.
It is. Ooh. How about? What about connections? Was there connections?
Okay, connections. It is.
Not sure if we've done that before. Can I say hello to Nancy, who's watching as well? Say hello, Nancy. Team Nancy. We were doing I was on her team in the little challenge last week. That was cool.
Ah, right. Okay. Brilliant. Right. I don't think we should go for the 1950s because that's before my time. All right. Right. Should we go to 70s?
Hey, 70s. Let's do 70s. Yes. Go on. Let's do that. Could be a little bit tricky.
All right. Do you know which actors or actresses are links between these 1970s movies?
Ooh.
Press play. Okay, I'm pressing play. And do we have the first one on the screen?
We do.
Good. Which actor or actress connects these movies? Now you can play along and you can give us the answers on Amazon Live in the comments. Okay, after the show, the comments disappear. So if you get it wrong, nobody will ever know apart from people watching us live. Okay, yeah. So which actor or actress connects these movies? Star Wars 1977, To See Such Fun and Cromwell 1970. So,
Ooh.
which actor actually appeared in all 3 films is the question, I think. Is that your interpretation, Nick?
It is, yeah. I'm hoping. I'm hoping because I don't recall watching Fun or Cromwell. No, I did watch Cromwell. I did.
Oh, Cromwell, yeah. Cromwell.
And I think the world and his dog watched Star Wars, so.
Yeah. Cavaliers and Roundheads. That's Cromwell. Right, okay. The stars in question are Albert Finney, Alec Guinness, Peter Sellers, or Richard Harris. Which of those 4 appeared in all 4 films? Right, Nick, it's over to you whilst we're thinking.
Right. Well, in that case, actually, while we're thinking then, in that case, I've just managed to switch my thingy off. In that case, while we do that, let's grab hold of this. When we go live streaming on Amazon, we need to have an iOS device, and I use this one. This is an iPhone 12 Pro, and you can use your iPad as well, and it doesn't have to be a 12 Pro. It needs to be an iOS device, but this is what I'm using, and this, in my mind, is the best iPhone that Apple ever made. Better than the 13, bit controversial, but it was the first camera that they actually had that was not just digital zoom but optical zoom as well. So it's got the extra telephoto lens built in, and then it also has the digital zoom, and because it's got an AI bionic chip, it's got the super enhanced imagery. Now also it has something called LiDAR, which is where it shoots light and measures distances really accurately, and it allows us to shoot in low light, and not just video, 4K high definition obviously, and 60 frames per second, but also our photos as well. Now, what people don't know, so a little bit about this phone, apart from the fact, yes, I know you can make calls with it, take calls with it, you can surf your internet, scroll your news feeds, but what people don't know is that you can actually shoot and edit with RAW as well, and that gives you full access, especially if you're into photography. Then you'll understand that gives you full access to all the color spectrum, and you can do some crazy, amazing things. And so that's a really amazing, but it doesn't come automatic. So you have to go into the camera settings and select it first. And the other thing I would say is that, yes, most people will just use this to point and shoot. But actually, if you take the trouble to understand how it works and switch it to manual, then you're going to get absolutely amazing results. So again, it's an amazing little phone. I think it's better than the iPhone 13, but deep joy of joys, because the Apple iPhone 13 is out and is the latest one to have, it means that you can pick up a bargain price iPhone 12 Pro in the carousel right now. And yeah, what's not to love? It's probably half the price that it was a year ago, and you're getting so much bang for your buck. Fully unlocked, so you just slip your new SIM in and away you go. It's also got other cracking things like super fast charging. It's got iMag, so it's wireless magnetic charging as well. And yeah, it's amazing. Oh yeah, and by the way, the screen is ultra high definition screen as well. So if you do watch, as an example, you can be watching on Amazon Prime, so you get Amazon Video, you can get films, TV shows that are made and shot in ultra high definition, and when you watch it on your screen, you will absolutely notice the difference. So as you can tell, Stephen, I'm a bit of a fan of this phone, and the more I play with it, the more I like it, and I love it. so that is it. That is the Amazon iPhone 12 Pro.
Brilliant. Okay, and we're going to say hello to watching us on Facebook, Corinda, but we also know that Corinda is watching. I'll try again. Okay, hello, Corinda, and we say hello to our good friend Nancy Lewis Hill is saying hi, Nick.
Hi, Nancy.
And hello, Stephen. So you get a hi, I get a hello. That's good. Right. Okay. So the question is, Which of the following 4 actors was actually in these 3 films? Star Wars, 77, To See Such Fun, 77, and Cromwell in 1970. And the options are Albert Finney, Alec Guinness, Peter Sellers, or Richard Harris. Now, who do you feel was in all 3? Nick?
Well, only by process of elimination, because I don't think Albert Finney, Peter Sellers, or Richard Harris were in Star Wars. So I'm fairly confident it's going to be Alec Guinness.
I'm fairly confident. Yeah, I'm fairly confident too. So we're going to go with, if I can find the screen, just a minute. Okay, I got it. We're going to go with Alec Guinness. Yes. And we're waiting, and we've got it right.
Well
Brilliant.
done.
That's a good start.
Just before it went green, Corinda said, I think it's Alec Guinness as well. Well done, Corinda. And Corinda in the messages on Amazon is demonstrating he's a bit of a Samsung fanboy as opposed to Apple. So no problem. Anyway, on to the next question. So which actor or actress connects these movies? Meteor, 1979, A Bridge Too Far, 1977, and Robin and Marion in 1976. And our choices are Sean Connery, that's a rubbish Sean Connery impression there, Michael Caine, Audrey Hepburn, and Ingrid Bergman. So whilst we're pondering which item, which that could be, Stephen, over to you for one of your amazing items in your carousel.
Okay, and this could work, or it should work. Right, okay. Now, it's a sunny day outside, so I've got the curtains open, so occasionally sunlight is actually going to flicker through, which is good, considering it's still only the January 31st. Okay, now, when you're watching this live on Amazon Live, I'd like to say thank you. You're actually watching, I'm broadcasting using a Logitech Brio, and Nick is broadcasting using a Logitech C920. So far, so good? Right, yeah. Okay. We're going to take, I just wanted to get that accurate. I'm just going to move my iPad. And Nick, could you just switch your camera off for a moment?
Oh.
Okay. Can you?
No, it doesn't give me that. I can mute myself. It won't let me switch my camera off.
Okay. Let's see what happens when I do this then, because this is all about experimenting. If I go off full screen, can you switch your camera off now?
No.
I can. Okay. Right. Okay. This is going to be good. Right. So basically, what I want to do is this. I want to. You will get there in a minute. I want to switch. No, that's okay. Can you hear me?
Oh, hear you loud and clear.
Right. Okay. Now we've got the reminder of the quiz in the bottom right-hand corner. If you can read that, if you've got this full screen. Okay. Now the camera that we all start with. I'm just going to move my phone for a moment. The camera that we all start with is the Logitech C920. This is the Logitech C920. Basically, I can't show you how it looks, but Nick will, because mine's not plugged in. I'm using the Brio. Now, the thing about Logitech cameras is this is probably used by most live broadcasters and people on Zoom, because this is the first camera that you can actually get. And if I go down to the carousel, I can actually highlight it. It's $69.95 today. It is 1080p and 720p, and it's got an inbuilt microphone. Now, we all start broadcasting using the camera and microphone on our computers, whether they be a Windows computer or a Mac computer. That's how we start. Then we're looking for an external camera. Why? To improve the quality of the video and the sound. Logitech C920 does this, because you can attach this. I'm just going to do this because these are well built, but I should be able to. All right, okay. Basically, this attaches over the top of your monitor, okay? And you look directly into the camera. That's all you need to do to set it up. Plug it into your computer. It will be recognized because this camera is used, as I said, by a majority of live broadcasters and Zoomers, and it will simply work out the box. You don't need to make any changes to it unless you want to. The other thing you can do, which Nick knows now, is you can actually close that, and if you want to put it on a tripod, you can actually put it on a tripod. Okay, just screw the tripod in. And the thing about benefits of having a tripod is that rather than being a fixed position on top of your monitor, you could actually move the tripod about. Okay, so 1080p, 720p. We're actually broadcasting to you in 720p today because that's what Amazon state. That's high definition. 1080 is very high definition. 720 is friendly because you're not using as many pixels as you do with 1080. If we were broadcasting at 1080, we'd be sending you twice as much data. That's a fact, and we may well be costing you money. So if you're on a tariff. This camera has been with me for 6 years. So I think I can safely talk about reliability. This camera has not given me a single problem in the 6 years that I've actually been using it. I only replaced it because I saw what the Brio can do, and I'll talk about that later. But this is the ideal camera if you're actually starting out on Zoom or live broadcasting. For anybody who's thinking about live broadcasting, get this camera because you're not just getting an improved quality over and above your inbuilt camera, you're also getting an external microphone, which improves the quality of your audio. Now, we'll come on to talking about microphones during this live broadcast, but this is the camera that most people that we know actually start with. And there it is. There it is, a C920. Now, I can only show it you because it's not plugged in. Okay, right. The other thing to watch, just whilst we're here, you see a bit of mug placement there. That's my Be.Live mug. Is over the course of the year, what we're going to do is track the growth of this new plant. I've got a plant in my office now. Don't ask me what it is. I'll find out and tell you later. But we're going to watch this plant grow over the coming weeks and months. Okay. Now, it's not got a name. If you want to give a name to the plant, you can. But it's just to brighten things up. Okay. Now, the camera that's actually pointing to this is a second camera. I'm on Be.Live. We can use more than one camera. So the camera that's doing this is the Obspot, which I'll talk about in my next session. But for the moment, let's go back and hopefully this will work. And if I take, I'm not sure who's who at the moment. Okay, I'm going to switch. You think I'm joking? I'm going to switch that back on. And I'm going to switch that back on. Okay, so we should. We're back to the four of us. Okay. Now, what I need to do is to hide my camera and hide that camera.
You're going to do a swirl. Oh, seamless.
Do a swirl. How is that?
That was a guru, Steve. Absolutely incredible. So cool. Yeah, I've got to admit, I'm totally. I love my my C920 camera. Love it. Yeah, rock solid. So, question number 2 was, which actor or actress connects these movies? Meteor, 1979, Bridge Too Far, 1977, and Robin and Marion, 1976. And our options were Sean Connery, Michael Caine, Audrey Hepburn, and Ingrid Bergman. And I've got Corinda very quick to shout Sean Connery, and I definitely know Sean Connery was in A Bridge Too Far and Robin and Marion, so I'm with you on that one, Corinda. I think it's Sean Connery. What about you, Steve?
Okay, I'll go with Sean Connery as Robin Hood. So let's go over here and select Sean Connery. Okay,
hey, we're doing well.
Okay, and we're back. Okay, so well done everybody who played that. I want to say hello to Donna, and Donna, thank you for following me. And we say hello to Tommy. It's Tommy in Kalamazoo, and he's saying greetings, Stephen and Nick, and Tommy too said Sean Connery. So well played, Tommy, and thank you for commenting. As I say, you can actually put your answers in the comments, and we'll read them out. Okay, so question 3. Which actor or actress was in these 3 films? Manhattan, 1979, Holocaust, 1978, The Deer Hunter, 1978. Was it Jane Fonda, Meryl Streep, James Woods, or Christopher Walken? Now, I've got to say, I always get James Wood and Christopher Walken confused. but that's probably just me.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a tricky one, because I don't think the only one I've seen now of that is the Deer Hunter, I think, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and the answer I would have given to that is De Niro, but he's not an option. So what do we do?
We ask our friends on Amazon watching whether they know or not.
If you know the answer, then please do post it. And to give you a chance to post it and think about the answer, it's over to Nick.
Oh, right. And I'm going to talk to you about my little earbuds, my earphone earbuds. I'm just going to select them in the carousel. Hopefully they're there somewhere. They are. Now, interestingly, I've noticed since I've been talking about them, they used to be in black and white, but now they're only in black. So yeah, these are the earphone earbuds. Back in the day, when you bought yourself a new iPhone, Apple used to include these things, little headphones, and they were white. And that's how you knew that it was a genuine Apple product. But as time goes on, and money talks, and products get more and more expensive, now you have to buy yourself your own set of earbuds, because it doesn't come with the phone. So I was faced with the choice: do I get Apple earbuds or something else? And my niece recommended me these earphone earbuds. Now the story goes, obviously I went and got them, and they're fantastic. I put them in, and yet they paired really quickly and easily. But I had a real problems with, I didn't know how to operate them, and they kept falling out of my ears. Now, being a bloke, you see, I didn't read the instructions first, and I didn't realise that they exactly. See, they come with lots of different size ear covers, so that you can get ones which actually fit your ears. So I must have had very strange ears, because one earbud was fitting beautifully and the other one didn't. So anyway, so I changed them over, and they're super easy to change over. So unfortunately, white isn't the best way to show these. That's it. So you can see, so the earbuds come in this little carry case come charger, and the charger you can charge up, super fast charge, by the way. Charge it up via either USB cable, or it's also got a wireless charge as well, which is really cool. And the fast charge, according to the blurb, because I've never had to do this, was that actually if you charged it for 10 minutes, that will give you 2 hours of playtime. So in pretty much an hour's charge, you're going to get 35 to 37 hours of playtime. Now, I last charged these up just after literally Boxing Day, or the day after Boxing Day, and I've not had to charge them since, and I've used them every day. So the fact that they hold that charge, and you just, every time you put them back in the box, they charge, is absolutely brilliant. So once you have your little earbuds out, super easy to, needless to say, just pop them in your ears, and they sit quite happily. And so they've got some good noise reduction. It says normally takes about 90% of the noise, ambient noise, away. So from my own personal view, I'm sitting here and I can now, feels like I've got a head cold, because I can only hear my voice in my head. The other things to notice are, though, that it's a super easy one touch answering calls. The microphones on here, it's actually got 4 microphones, so when you're talking you come across crystal clear. And I often do live streams on a Facebook group, and I'm out and about, and I've got these in, and actually the quality is really good, unless it's a super windy day. It's normally very good, because normally I'd use a set of lapel mics, but no. So these are absolutely excellent. Another thing you might not know is that it's in ear and out ear, which is when I've got my iTunes playing, then I take my earphones out, my earbuds out, it pauses. When I put them back in, it plays again. And I have to say, when you actually open it up, it's great, because it says Bluetooth connected, it tells you. And then, as this morning, it connected, and I had Michael Jackson playing while I was trying to describe what was going on with my earbuds. But it was really cool. But anyway, yeah, basically tap to answer calls, you tap to change the volume. You can actually have it so you only got one, so you don't need both either at the same time. But yeah, I mean, and a bargain. They're in the carousel right now for under $50 for a pair of earbuds which are absolutely, I think, punch above their weight. Also, I was reading up about them last night, and also they have won awards, design awards. Can't remember which ones they were, but they've got 2 design awards. These earbuds. So these are the Earfun earbuds. So I thoroughly recommend them. And that's a lovely little carry case. Beautiful.
Brilliant. Okay, now I'm going to press that button, and we're back.
Yay! So we're back with the question. So, which actor or actress connects these movies? Manhattan in 1979, The Holocaust in 1978, and The Deer Hunter 1978. Is it Jane Fonda, Meryl Streep, James Woods, and Christopher Walken? And I've got nothing. No one's sharing in their feed with me, but the only thing I could think of is I know Christopher Walken was in The Deer Hunter, I think.
Okay. Now, I've got an answer in from Tommy, and he's saying Meryl Streep.
Oh, I'll go with Tommy then. I'll go with Tommy.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea. No, I don't have any difference. I'm going to go with Tommy's suggestion of Meryl Streep.
Thank
we got
God for Tommy.
Well played, Tommy. Well played for Tommy. Okay, Nick, over to you.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I jumped in there. Sorry. So, which actor or actress connects these movies? The Prisoner of Second Avenue, 1974. Young Winston, 1972. The Graduate in 1967. So, was that Sidney Poitier, Anne Bancroft, Richard Dreyfuss, or Anthony Hopkins? The Prisoner of Second Avenue, Young Winston, and The Graduate. So,
only one of those was in The Graduate. He said, giving a subtle hint.
yes,
right.
Okay. I know.
Okay, it's over to me, and I shall be full screen in a second. Okay. Now, down in the carousel at the moment on my page, because the carousels that Nick and I have are different. We've got items in common, but they are different. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about, back in late November, early December, I did a live broadcast, and I did the live broadcast with Krista Boven, Rico from Belgium, Rico Glover from the States, Alec Dorling from Switzerland, and Rose Davidson from Australia. It was a truly international couple of shows, and we enjoyed each other's companies, and we were talking away. And what we're talking about basically was our microphones. And we were demonstrating too. I was talking about the AT2020, which is down the carousel, and you're listening to that now. But Alec came along, and he said that he'd done his research, because he works for Volvo in Sweden, and he's very good. And he'd done all his research, and he'd chosen as his microphone the Elgato Wave 3, which is down the carousel at the moment. And I heard, when you listen to a microphone, you instinctively know whether it's a good sound, whether it's a solid sound. There's a richness of tone, and for me, the bass is good. And I was so impressed by Alec's Elgato Wave 3 microphone, just the sound of it. And then he said, well, it's also supplied with a music mixer. And I thought that's absolutely brilliant, because it means that not only does it do the microphone, which the AT2020 does, but you can bring in other sound sources. Now, in the studio that I'm in at the moment, I cannot play system sounds. Okay, just the way things are, and most systems are the same. And I want to play music on a platform called Mixcloud.com. And in order to do that, I need to bring in my system sound, because I've got my DJ software, and it plays the Stones, the Beatles, Def Leppard, In Excess, and Kylie Minogue. Well, Kylie Minogue, not every day. And I can play that music on Mixcloud.com, and those artists will actually get paid royalties. So, perfect system. But I need to be able to bring in my DJ music. With the Elgato Wave 3, I can do that. Now, straight after this show today, I'll be ordering the Elgato Wave 3, and it will appear in shows later this week, most definitely in the show next week, by which time I should know how to use it and demonstrate it. but it's such a good microphone that I was sold by Alex's description of why he bought it and the sound of it. And that's basically, when you're looking for a microphone, it is subjective. It's how it sounds to you. Now, you've got a golden opportunity as you're watching Amazon Live now. As we said at the top of the show, there are literally hundreds of broadcasters on this platform. You can listen to a broadcast, and if you are impressed by the quality of the sound on a particular broadcast, then please do ask the broadcaster which camera, which microphone, and possibly camera, but it's definitely which microphone are you using, and they will tell you. And you can then search on Amazon and actually find it, or it might even be down in the carousel. I think every single broadcaster on Amazon Live should actually put their own camera and microphone in the carousel, because it's an opportunity missed. Okay, because you actually, the greatest recommendation you can actually give any product is to actually use it. Okay, and you are listening now to the Audio Technica AT2020, but this time next week you'll be listening to the Elgato Wave 3. So do go and check it out. It's a decent microphone. In addition to that, it's got mixing software which allows you to have up to 10 different inputs, and it's going to be a blast actually. Well, learning how to use it, getting the pilot's license. It's just like getting a drone, Nick. You need to get your pilot's license and actually operating it. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will let you know how things go on this show next week. So let's go back to the quiz, and as it's an even number, Nick, it's back to you.
Yeah. Yes, even numbers. Oh, now I remember. Okay, so which actor or actress connects these movies? The Prisoner of Second Avenue in 1974, Young Winston 1972, and The Graduate in 1967. Is that Sidney Poitier, Anne Bancroft, Anthony Hopkins, or Richard Dreyfuss? Now, I'll be honest, Stephen, I just think the only person I recognise in any one of those films is Anne Bancroft was in The Graduate.
Indeed.
So I'm hoping it's Anne Bancroft. But if anyone else has any ideas, that would be amazing.
Right. Yeah, she was definitely, as you say, in The Graduate with Paul Simon, and for that reason alone, that's good enough connection for me. So shall we do it? 3, 2, 1.
Let's go for it.
Okay, correct. Okay, so question number 5. All right, you instinctively know on this, but the correct answer is one of the 4 below. The films are The Towering Inferno, 1974, Bang the Drum Slowly, which I've never heard of, and The Sting, 1973. And which actor or actress was in all those films? Was it Sophia Loren, Paul Newman, Robert De Niro, or Robert Redford? And we've got a comment coming in from Jasmine in relation to the last question, which I just noticed. So thank you, Jasmine. It's Anne. Okay. And Jasmine is now watching us from Facebook.
Yay! Nice to see you, Jasmine. And that's Jasmine that I'll be live with later on Jasmine's Facebook page. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be good fun. And fantastic. So right, what's in my carousel? Actually, as you mentioned the drone, let's put a drone up in the carousel. And let's start with the little baby brother drone. And these were brilliant. I have to say that these were sent to me by Holystone, the drone company, to test and play with and basically have fun with. And as you may or may not know, I live right by Farnborough Airport, so it's not easy for me just to go out in my garden and fly these drones. But the more I get the hang of this little fella, the better. This is the Holystone HS260. It is a cracking little drone. It's got a 1080 high definition camera, and it is adjustable, but it's also got some amazing little features. You can actually control it by your hand gesture. It's got voice control, so you can actually tell it to go left, right, forwards and backwards. So that's really cool. And from I've not done it yet, but from what I'm reading up on it as well, it does some good little tricks. You can do something that says you can make it headless, so it doesn't matter which way round it does. And basically, you pull down the app, it connects with your phone, so you have your remote control and your phone all sat there on one unit. I'm trying to think if I haven't got the remote control right next to me, and it's great. Now, I have to say, I did have it up where I shouldn't. That's a bit of an embarrassing thing to say. So don't tell anybody. And it's great actually, and I've not worked out how to do it yet, but you can also share via social media pretty much instantly photos you take and videos. So I'm yet to work out exactly how to do that, but all that on this little drone, and it's in the carousel. It's $112. It's lovely and light. Now, as you said, I did actually get my drone operating license and flying license earlier on in January, so I'm allowed to fly them. I just have to fly them in non-restricted airspace, so we can do that. And I was going to take them out on Saturday with my brother-in-law, but it all got a little bit windy here in Hampshire, in Farnborough, wherever I am. So we thought we'd do it one day this week when the wind dies down and we haven't got any storms. But yeah, I'm really impressed. This is a super duper little drone, and yeah, it can do so much. It's also got it can also follow you, so you set it to follow yourself, and you can actually also preset a course, so that you can log it in on your phone display, and that little drone will do what it's told. So yeah, so the more I find out, the more I play with it, the more I'm going to tell you about it. But it's a great little drone. So thank you, Holy Stone, for that, giving me a lovely thing to play with. Jasmine, once you figure out how to do that, you've got to fly the drone around the town and do a virtual tour. Well, yeah, I would love to. This is one of the problems with when you get the license. There are only certain places you have to be very careful where you fly your drone. We're subject to GDRP, data protection. Yeah, GDRP, just data protection, because we're taking photos and videos, and there are certain rules and regulations for flying. But don't you worry, Jasmine. Once I've figured it out, and I'll get out and about later on this week, and I'll be able to take some super good shots in high definition. And if you're watching me on during the week and I'm on Facebook, then you'll probably see some videos cropping up when you're not expecting it. So yeah, that is the little Holystone HS260 drone, suitable for ages 14 and above. Looks good. Good one to take on holiday, I reckon.
Brilliant. Okay, just to recap on question 5 then. I don't want to drone on about it, but the options are bang the drum slowly and sting. The options are Sophia Loren, Paul Newman, Robert De Niro, and over on Amazon Live, Tommy is saying, and I'm just trying to find it. Tommy is saying, not Paul Newman. He said Paul Newman, then not Paul Newman.
Oh,
so that gives us a quandary. Who we're going to go for? Because I would have gone for Paul Newman.
I was going to go for Paul Newman. I was going to go Paul Newman for sure, because he's the Sting and Tower Inferno. I don't recall Sophia Loren or Robert De Niro in the Sting. Definitely Robert Redford was. So I definitely think it's Paul Newman. And also, I'd like to say hello and thank you for the follow for Pravin Kumar Patel, who's watching on Amazon, also a friend of Jasmine's as well. So thank you very much for joining us on this live stream and joining in the fun. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely think it's Paul Newman.
Yeah, so slightly confused, but we're going to go with Paul Newman. Okay,
Yay.
and that's right. We've got 5 out of 5 so far. Very good.
Looking good.
And
so even number must be me. Okay, so who connects these films? So we've got the films are The Double MacGuffin, The Muppet Movie, The Voyage of the Damned. So 1979, double MacGuffin, Muppet Movie 1979, and Voyage of the Damned 1976. And we have Steve Martin, Faye Dunaway, Jack Nicholson, or Orson Welles. And I'll be honest, I haven't got a clue.
Neither right at this stage, but we can think about it for a moment. I'm going to go full screen, and hopefully I can bring this into the broadcast, and this will work, and I can go full screen. Okay, and you can see in a second. Right, okay. Now, it isn't Steve, well, it is Stephen Healey, I suppose. Just let me take my name off screen, don't want to miss some people. All the labeling is, well, as we would say, it's mixed up. Okay. Now, the camera you're looking at is the Obspot 3. Now, the Obspot 3 is an AI camera. It's a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, and zoom, which means it can go wide, it can go up and down, and you can't see what I'm doing because I'm not in shot. So if I press this button, you'll see that magically I'm now in shot, and you can see that the sun is shining. So this is the camera feed from the Obspot 2. And because it's an intelligent camera, the most intelligent camera I've ever met, you can do a variety of things. One of which is that I can quickly switch from one camera angle to another. Okay, so I can switch from me to the desktop. You can still see the plant there. It's grown in the last hour since we've been broadcasting, but we'll be able to watch that plant grow over the next 11 months. So it's multiple locations. So I can switch from the desktop. I can switch back to me. Okay, and now you can see me on screen. Or I can go over here and you can actually see the wall. Now, to be honest, I haven't decided what to do with the third camera, as you've probably worked out by now. That picture is of Avebury Stone Circle, which was constructed 4,500 years ago at the time of Stonehenge. Possibly the same workmen involved. It's not as famous as Stonehenge because Stonehenge has a better marketing department. Avebury, there's actually a town built inside it, and it is a stone circle. And the local farmers in the 1800s didn't realize the significance of the stone circle, and they took the stones away to help build their farmhouses. So, but what remains behind is quite impressive. I'm just going to come back to me for a moment. So preset location 2 comes back to me. Okay, now that was all automatic. But the thing I love about this particular camera is, as well as the pan tilt zoom, it has AI which can track your movement. And if I go here, I've got to make sure I've got this set up correctly. And hopefully this will work. So what I'm going to do, this is my normal demonstration, is I'm going to stand up. And you'll notice that as I stand up, I love doing this demonstration, the camera actually follows me around the room. Okay, and this is absolutely brilliant because it means that I can present sat down, but it's a totally different thing when you actually present stood up. So that means that I can tell you by picking this up, I can talk about this and I can move it about, and I've just got much more freedom. And the other thing is I've got more energy when I'm talking, when I'm stood up. When you see somebody speaking at an event, they're not sat down in a chair, they're actually stood up. And the reason they stand up is you have more of a presence. When you're actually stood up, you can give more into the demonstration. Okay, so I can talk about this, which is down the carousel. This is a Treblab 77. It's Bluetooth speaker. It has twin woofers, 12.5 watts each side, 25 watts in total. Average room takes about 20 watts. So this does go up to 11. If you've got the Spinal Tap reference, then well played. You can switch it on, and you get 2 blue LEDs if you press the right button for long enough. And you get 2. That shows it's on. You've got volume up, volume down. You've got press, play and pause. Those are the controls. On the bottom of the HD77, you have a compartment which is covered over, and you've got to want to actually unseal it. That's where you actually power it. It charges for 6 hours and will play for 20 hours after you've done that. If this is a Bluetooth speaker, so you don't need any wires, but if you do want to use wires and connect this up to your hi-fi system, then you can take an audio cable and just plug it in. Okay, press that back into place. This is now, the whole unit is waterproof. It's ABS plastic inside. It's got a brilliant grille on the outside. It is portable. On the bottom of the unit, you have the ability to add a lanyard onto which you can attach a carabiner, and you can attach that to your rucksack, as I did earlier. This is meant for using outdoors. Okay, so you can take your music with you. It pairs automatically. You just go to your phone and you go Bluetooth HD77, select it, and you can play from Spotify, or even better, from Amazon Music directly into this unit, and the whole world will be able to hear you. It's rugged. And the final thing is, before I actually sit down again, this is actually waterproof. And I've seen people on YouTube actually take this unit and put it in a pail of water and then take it out again, and it's still playing. Point about that is that if you do go out hiking with this, with your rucksack and this on a carabiner, then it's simply going to work, and it's going to cheer you up whilst it's pouring with rain. It is waterproof. Switch it off. This is the only bit I can demonstrate. Switch it off. It goes red. Okay. But we were talking about the Obspot camera, and the Obspot camera is my new favorite camera. Now, it has to be said, if you click link in the carousel, it will take you to the Obspot. It will give you, thank you. It will give you, I can't read that from where I am at the moment. I'll read it when I get back. It will give you the choice, okay, of this camera, which is the PTZ version. It's the Obspot Tiny. It's $199. It was crowdfunded on Indiegogo for the first camera, this one, okay, which you're actually watching now. There is also a new camera, which is the Obspot 4K. Now, the Obspot 4K is an improvement on the Tiny insofar as you can record in 4K. Also, you have a 4x zoom. So it's a double 4. It's 4K quality and it's 4x zoom. So you'll be able to see the details of that if you click the Obspot down in carousel. Now, I've looked at competitors for this particular camera, and you're talking 2 or 3 times the price of the Obspot Tiny. And as you can see, it simply works, and it's fun. This is the first camera that's fun. Unlike a C920 or a Brio or an Elgato Facecam, it's not static. It's not sort of on top of your monitor and just got one field of vision. With the Obspot, as we just said, you can actually change the field of vision and the camera will track you. It has also got, finally, on the Obspot, an inbuilt microphone, which is pretty darn good. So I'm going to sit down again. Okay, now at this point, this is the only flaw I've actually found in this, is that at this moment, it's actually lost me. And I've lost the software to control it. But if I press that button there, just a minute, let's try that again. Just a minute. I've only had this camera 2 weeks, so forgive me. Okay, and we're now back to me. So I'm in love with the Obspot, and Jasmine is saying that's really cool and fascinating. It's certainly, if you want a camera which does more than just look at you, then the Obspot is the one, and it's fun. Not only is it good quality build, it is fun to actually use. Okay, so with that, I'm going to hide myself, and we should be back. If I press this button, we should be back to Nick and me and the quiz.
Yay. Should be.
Should be. Hang on. Just a minute. Folks, the Brio. I've got confused. Hang on. Where's the Obspot? Yeah, didn't it?
See, the Obspot has a mind of its own.
Okay, we are now back to us. Okay.
Cool.
Eventually. so much tech. In actual fact, I can remove the Obspot because we've seen it now, and that will. What that will do? No, I don't want to do.
That will do that.
Oh, good. I'll do that. Okay. What I want to do, I want to remove the Obspot. Okay, I'm determined to get this sorted. I've removed the Obspot, which will free up memory on my system. And okay, comments coming in. Nick is saying it's cool.
Yeah.
Jasmine is saying, I love how it actually follows you automatically. Yeah. It's focused on your jacket. Okay, well, that's good because this jacket is SH, that's me, Stephen Healey, but it's actually really Stonehenge. But yeah, we don't tell anybody that. Nothing is happening. Nope. We've got the kitchen sink here today, and we've got more cameras that you can throw a stick at. Okay. Okay.
That's brilliant. So, right. Oh, but I got to admit, that does look an amazing camera. And the fact that it's fun as well is really cool. So, which actor or actress links these films? We got The Double MacGuffin, 1979, The Muppet Movie, 1979, and Voyage of the Damned in 1976. And we got our options are Steve Martin, Faye Dunaway, Jack Nicholson, and Orson Welles. And I genuinely don't know. I'm not sure I could even guess. Well, I could guess. I'll probably go with Orson Welles, but I couldn't swear to any of those, to be honest.
Your sixth sense is good because Tommy in Kalamazoo is actually saying Orson Welles.
Oh, so, well done, Tommy. If Tommy says it, it's got to be true. Oh, thank you, Jasmine.
Right. Okay. So if Tommy says it's got to be true. So we're going for Orson Welles. Well played, Tommy. Okay. Question 7. Let's come back. I think we're on target. Okay. 3 films are The Way We Were. Sorry. Yeah. The Candidate and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Which person was actually in all 3 films? And the choices are Robert Redford, Natalie Wood, Paul Newman, or Gene Hackman. Now, we've already had Paul Newman, but that doesn't preclude him from it. Nick, whilst we're thinking, would you like to demonstrate something?
Absolutely would. I've now highlighted it in the carousel on Amazon. So if you are watching on Facebook, you can always come over and watch us on Amazon. Either, I think it's StephenHealey.live for Stephen, NickWood.live for me, will take you to our Amazon pages. And Stephen was talking about a microphone, and it does sound like he's got a very good microphone on its way. They will need a license to fly. But it wouldn't be a broadcast if I didn't have my all-time favorite beautiful microphone, the one I use all the time, the one I'll be using later on, indeed, and that is the phenomenal Blue Yeti. As I say, it's if it hasn't won design awards, there is no justice in this world. I keep saying I'm going to Google it and find out, but I'm sure it has. It is a brilliant 3 condenser 4 setting microphone. Basically, you can have it as I'm doing at the moment, a Cartoid, just 1-to-1, so one directional. I won't burst into song. But you can also you can also have it bi-directional. So if this one's pointing to me, and someone sitting opposite me, that'll pick up their voice as well. You can have it multi-directional. So if you've got like a choir maybe, or a band, then that'd be a good thing to record with that. And also it's a stereo microphone, so I could potentially walk from one side of the room to the other, and if you're listening in stereo, I would go from one speaker to the other, one ear to the other as I'm talking. And in fact, you can tell, I won't change the settings, but you can hear a difference if I turn it around, because I've only got it set on me. While I have it turned around though, there is the all-important pause button, and this is a volume control, because actually you can stick a pair of headphones in here as well, and then you can just hear exactly what you sound like. I have it on this desk mount, because my desk here, I've got a plastic cover over it, so if I'm touching the desk, it's not vibrating and it's not making a noise, so that's okay. But actually, you've got a screw mount there as well, so you can screw it into a microphone mount. It is fully adjustable. One thing I do tell you about is you got the gain control here. That gain is dialed down quite low because I don't want so much ambient noise. I'm actually using Crisp software as well, but if you dialed it up, then it would pick up pretty much everything. Even if the Mac started, if the fan started, it would pick up that noise. Very, very sensitive. And when you actually put it in, I mean, it's dead easy to use. Just plug it in with the USB cable, and it will be recognized by any operating software. But I would say Windows or Mac, when you first plug it in, I would go and make sure you got the gain and make sure it sounds fine. So go into the microphone settings in your operating system, have a play around, see what sounds good. And this was recommended to me. It's like Stephen said, you intuitively know when there's a microphone you like the sound of. And this was recommended to me by my first video guru, lovely guy, Ben Brophy. Still see him from time to time. And he was using the Blue Yeti, and I loved it. And I thought, I've got to get one. And yeah, it's in the carousel. And again, for under $100 in the carousel right now. This is a microphone that will last and last and last, and isn't just a microphone, it's a talking point when you go out and about. And if you go to someone's offices and you're doing some training presentation, you're using this microphone, I promise you people will pay more attention to the microphone than they will to you. It's a real icebreaker. It doesn't actually come with the cover, but I've got those in the carousel as well, so you can go and have a look at those. But yeah, no, it's a great microphone, and yeah, does exactly what it says on the tin, and super reliable. And I always just set it to one side so you like talk through it as opposed to into it like that. So that's the Blue Yeti. I say it's a bargain right now at 23% off, $99.99. So go try that and see what you like.
This should be seamless, Nick. I've pressed the button. Oh, it's seamless. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got so many cameras today. It's not true. Okay. So question 7. The way we were. Candidate and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Our options are Robert Redford, Natalie Wood, Paul Newman, and Gene Hackman. And we've no guess from Tommy this time, so it's up to you and me. Unless Jasmine's got a guess.
Oh, Jasmine, yeah, you've got a guess. I've got no guesses on my Amazon. My guess would be Robert Redford, just because of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And wasn't he in The Candidate as well? I seem to recall.
Okay. Yep, I agree. Let's go with Robert Redford. Okay.
Hey, we're doing well, team. And that's amazing. So, okay, next question is, so these are the films, which actor or actress connects these? So, Papillon in 1973, Little Big Man 1970, and A Midnight Cowboy in 1969. So our choices are Anne Bancroft, Dustin Hoffman, Faye Dunaway, or John Voight. Papillon, Little Big Man, and Midnight Cowboy.
Okay.
Stephen,
there's only one.
Over to you.
Okay, what I'm trying to do, if I bring this camera in, is we'll get there. This is my last demonstration with this camera. So I'm going to go full screen again. And hopefully you will see it. Okay, so let's go with this. Okay, and I need to turn the microphone off. No, I'm good. I'm good. Been a bit of changing here, and I want to put this on solo. And this is going to work. Okay, so we're back to me, and you can see that within the studio, what we've actually got is, and this confuses me, is that we can actually mirror the camera. And this is the way I normally look. Okay, right. Now, the thing I want to talk about now is down in the carousel, and it's my best buy of this year. And I'm going to go over to the table, Okay, now you can see a whole host of things. We've got our Microsoft Surface Book 2, we've got the iPad, we've got the 2 terabyte drive, Toshiba, we've got the Aftershocks, we've got the new plant, we've got a DVD player. But what I want to talk about, and just to show I've got the thing right, is Anker. Anker produce some totally amazing products that don't cost the earth. And one of those is this. Have you spotted it yet? It's here. Okay. It's a 4-way USB hub. Now, this has been around for centuries. Well, not literally centuries, but it's been around for quite a while. And the idea is simple and straightforward. You unplug your camera and you plug this unit in, and then you can plug your camera into here. But you can plug your second camera into here. You can plug, as I've done, the hard drive and the DVD player. So rather than just having one socket on the PC or Mac, I now have 4 sockets, which means that when my Elgato Wave arrives tomorrow, I can unplug the hard drive and I can plug my microphone in there. And whilst I'm broadcasting, I can switch between microphones. So I can switch between cameras and between microphones. I'm not using a mixer. I'm using a $16 piece of hardware, which has been around forever, to actually be able to switch cameras and microphones. And to me, that is the bargain of the year. If you're a live broadcaster and you want to use more than one camera, more than one microphone, then do go and get this Anker product. It's just amazing. It simply works out the box. Plug it in, plug your cameras in, plug your microphones in. If you've got a spare socket, plug your hard drive storage in or your DVD player. It just works. No high tech here. It's basically a beautiful 4-way USB A connector that plugs into your existing hardware, and you can use multiple devices. I'm so looking forward to the arrival of my second microphone, so I can then switch between the Audio Technica and the Elgato Wave just by clicking a link in my studio. So to me, that is, well, $17, $16.99. It's the bargain of the year. Well, it's the bargain of January anyway. And with that, I'm going to hide that, and that will bring us.
Oh, is that bringing us something? You've suddenly gone very quiet, Guru Steve. Oh, here we go. Back to the question. Cool. So, while you were doing an excellent demonstration there with the Anker 4-port USB hub, luckily Tommy dropped a message in Amazon saying Dustin Hoffman. So it was, the options are Papillon 1973, Little Big Man 1970, and Midnight Cowboy 1969. I was going to guess at Dustin Hoffman, but with Tommy saying it's Dustin Hoffman, I'm definitely more confident in that answer. So unless you've got another idea, Stephen, I reckon if we go with Dustin Hoffman. Oh, and I think you might want to unmute yourself, Steve, as well. Because we can't hear you.
Just a second. I'm just pressing. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, and what I want to do is this. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. Okay, so question 9 then. We're near the end of this quiz, and I can then remove another camera. Okay, Night Moves 75, Conversation 74, Scarecrow 73. The actor who or actress who appeared in all 3 of those is Al Pacino, Sissy Spacek, Gene Hackman, or Robert Duvall. You got any ideas, Nick? Any ideas?
I don't actually. I have no idea whatsoever. I'm seriously hoping Tommy's still watching.
Okay, Nick, it's over to you.
Although you might know as well. I tell you what I'm going to talk about now is this little devil here. This is the one pad, and I bought this back in August. A little mini projector. I bought this back at the end of August because it was my parents' wedding anniversary, and what we were doing, me and my siblings, we got pictures. I'm just unboxing while I'm talking. Yeah, we got the pictures of my parents' wedding. I mean, we weren't there, so we had to go get them from other people. But they got wedding photos. We got those. And then my siblings and myself, we combined all our family photos. So ourselves, old family holidays, my siblings' children, so my nieces and my nephews. Even at that time, there was one great niece as well, or great granddaughter for my parents. And we pulled all these photos together, and I was tasked with creating a little montage video, setting it to music, so we could play it at their anniversary party, their anniversary dinner. So the idea initially was, oh, we'll just pop it on the MacBook and play it there, and people can see it when they're coming in. And then we thought, well, actually, that's not very large, is it? We needed to take it up a notch. But I was never, there was something about mini projectors I wasn't massively keen on. However, I was absolutely blown away by the quality of this little one pad projector. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's got the standard things like zoom and focus. It's remote control. Why do I get my products that are white? Makes it really difficult for the camera to see the definition. You got all the buttons on the top here, but also you have the remote control as well, infrared remote control that does it all. And it is a really good projector. The sound quality, it's got four, I think I'm right in saying, 4 speakers built in. So it's got really good sound as well. And lots of different ways you can enter it. So you've got USB devices, HDMI cables, normal cables, little scan discs you can slide in there as well. And yeah, it's super easy to use. Now, the reason I was so impressed was that I could just put it on a loop, so I just played the video continuously. But picture the scene. It was my parents' wedding anniversary. We were staying in this lovely hotel, actually just down the road from us here, but we still stayed there overnight. And it was an old mansion, and so it had floor to ceiling windows. And at the end of August, it's quite light in the UK, and so it was very light. And I was a little bit worried about how good the quality would be. This absolutely nailed it. Absolutely brilliant. There was no drama whatsoever. As I say, the sound is really good. We had to turn it down when my father was making a speech. He's not as young as he used to be. In the old days, he would have been able to speak over it. But it was really good. I was really impressed. You can got a little adjuster here as well. And then it was like, oh, what do you do with it after the event? Because I was so pleased with it. Well, actually, if you've got Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, then there are other streaming places you can use as well. Yeah, plug it in here. You've got some great video that you can play, and in super high definition 4K as well with Amazon, and you can beam it onto this comes with a projector screen, but you can beam it onto your wall, and you will lack no loss of quality. Absolutely brilliant. As I say, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting a lot, but it absolutely blew me away. It's in the carousel, $89.99, so $90, less than $90. Absolutely fantastic. So I would thoroughly recommend that if that's what you want. I mean, you don't have to just have video. You can put PowerPoint presentations on it, all sorts, and just beam it away. So yeah, I'm super happy with that.
Tell you what, Nick, I've just put that on the list.
You just put it on my. Oh, there! I tell you, it's good. It's good. It really is. So I might do an in video on that. I've been threatening to do one, demonstrate it.
Right. So question 9: movies are Night Moves, The Conversation, and The Scarecrow. Was it Al Pacino, Sissy Spacek, Gene Hackman, or Robert Duvall? And we've been helped by Tommy, who's saying Gene Hackman. Okay.
Tommy to the rescue. Oh, yes.
Tommy doing well. Okay, so with Gene Hackman. Correct.
Oh, well
And we
done,
come to
Tommy.
Tommy, come to question 10.
Brilliant. Oh, I think we're 9 out of 10 so far, so fingers crossed, guys. Okay, so what links these films together? The Poseidon Adventure, The French Connection, 1971, and Downhill Racer, 1969. I'm glad I saw the name in there. Is it Robert Redford, Gregory Peck, Gene Hackman, or Roy Schneider? Take your pick out of those, and while you're pondering it, what have you got, Stephen?
Right, hopefully I'm going to get this into the screen. I'm going to go full screen. And in a second, it will go full screen. I know it will. Okay. Right, can you still hear me, Nick?
I can hear you. You've now gone tri-screen again, though.
Okay, let's go again. Okay.
Now you're full screen. Now you're full.
No, I'm full screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Must have been a delay.
Angelica and I set a target at the beginning of this year, and Gulam, hello, and Gulam is saying amazing. So that's the projector. So there you go. You've got 2 converts, Nick.
Yeah, that's good.
Right. Yeah. Angelica and I set ourselves a target at the beginning of January, and the target was simple. And that target is to go outdoors and walk every single day of the year. Now, the rules are simple, that you're allowed 15 days, which you don't walk, and they can be due to illness, being busy. Okay, the results are in for January. Angelica walked 30 days. I walked 30 days, which I think is pretty good for probably the most miserable month of the year. But going out and about, as we did for 30 days, means that we made great use of the item that's now down in the carousel and I've now got on screen, and that's a Fitbit. And I said back in December that if you're going to give anybody the gift of good health, yourself included, then the Fitbit was the way to do it. And so it is proved, because this Fitbit has tracked Angelica and I, well, me, Angelica got her own, tracked us throughout January. 30 days we've walked. And it's just a piece of kit that motivates you to actually go out. I mean, this unit here, which is the Fitbit Inspire 2, which is down in the carousel at the moment, 86.79, which is 19% off today. I mean, if you click link in the carousel, you'll get 19% off. But this is part of an ecosystem, because this is just the first thing. Once you've got your Inspire and it goes on your wrist, and you can have a choice of coloured wristbands, so you can any colour you want. You can have expensive wristbands if you want. Okay, this is the one that comes with it though. Okay, it goes on your wrist and it measures your steps during the day. Now, 2,000 steps is 1 mile. So if you're going to set yourself a target of doing 8,000 steps, that's 4 miles a day, and that will keep you fit. And the Fitbit will track that. And on the website, fitbit.com, you can actually track how far you've walked today, this week, this month, and this year. And we do that. We've registered them. We've got the guarantee, and we're also now part of communities on Fitbit. Now, the thing about a community on Fitbit, I've joined 2 challenges this week. One was a weekend challenge, Saturday and Sunday. One was a weekday challenge, and today's the first day of the challenge, and I'm not at the top of the leaderboard. I'm not at the bottom of the leaderboard. But what you've got is, in this case, 10 people, each encouraging each other to do more steps. The more steps you do, the fitter you become. Okay, I had this confirmed last night. I just went to my Fitbit on my iPad, and it showed me the day's steps, which were quite good. And then it said, oh, by the way, because you're now exercising consistently, your heart rate has come down. You're getting fitter because you're going out every single day. So we're going to continue in February, but the Fitbit is the motivator. The community on Fitbit.com are people who actually cheer you on. And doing the 2 together means that we know that Angelica and I will get fitter this year, but you could get fitter, your friends could get fitter, your family could get fitter if they wore, I have to get it on camera if it's the last thing I do, if they wore a Fitbit. because this is a device that drives it all. And just coming back to hopefully myself and Nick, if I go off camera and come back to myself and Nick, we'll see what happens. I've just pressed a button, and hopefully in a second, we're back. Okay, now, yesterday, I just want to change things up slightly. If I just change the layout, and it will look a little bit better when I do this. Okay. We have decided next weekend, Nick, to do a park run. And it's going to be our first ever park run together. I mean, I've been registered with park runs for about 6 years, but it's registering. It's like you get a gym membership, you never use it. Well, I've got a park run membership that I never used. So yesterday, we actually walked the course in Melksham to familiarise with where we meet up and go around. And we'll be doing the 5K on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. So whilst you're doing yours in Farnborough, we will be doing ours in Wiltshire, and we'll report back next Monday to see how we got on. So we're joining the 5K world. Okay, now our first 5K, the target is sub 50. Okay, which we're pretty sure we can do. But the thing is, I learned today. I learned today that we're actually doing it individually. So we arrive as a team, the two of us, and then we're off on our own. And we might meet up along the way, but we'll meet at the finish as well. Better do, because Angelica's got the car. Right, okay, so I'm going to switch my camera off, and that takes us to picture-in-picture. Okay, and
shrink me a touch.
I need to shrink you a touch, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, while you did it, actually, that reminds me of a great story when I was both me and Debbie were park running, and and you run around and just you see the different marshals, and you're always encouraged to say thank you, Marshal, because they're the volunteers to make it all possible. And so I'm running along and we're doing 2 laps, and I go past this marshal, and I think Debs is like miles behind me, and I just say, oh well, thank you, Marshal. And the next thing I hear is, oh, thank you, Marshal, from Debs, and she just smoked me on the final bit. She was like running alongside me. She goes, oh, shall I run together? I said, no, you go on, and she did. So I had a little blonde ponytail flying in my face. I didn't go again, but no, brilliant. Well done, Stephen and Angelica, for that. I take my hat off to you. And yeah, I did a park run this weekend, so I'm volunteering on marshalling this Saturday at Farnborough, Rushmore. So well done. That's really cool. So proud. Okay, so to the question 10. Yes, who links all these films? The Poseidon Adventure, 1972, The French Connection, 1971, and the Downhill Racer, 1969. Robert Redford, Gregory Peck, Gene Hackman, or Roy Schneider. I was thinking it was Gene Hackman. Tommy also says Gene Hackman again. So unless you think otherwise, Stephen, I reckon it might be Gene Hackman.
Let's go with Gene Hackman. Well,
yay! Wow.
So coming back, we've got 10 out of 10. The average is 6.95. Wow,
that is amazing. Well done, team. Tommy, well done, Tommy. I have to say,
Tommy, you're a star. We've not had on a movie quiz. We've never had a 10.
No,
this is the first. I think it's the first time we've had a 10. So to everybody who's contributed, to Jasmine, to Tommy, and to everybody who's contributed cyclically by actually making sure that Nick and I press the right buttons. 10 out of 10 is a brilliant score. I can now stop sharing screen. Okay, and if I can find out how to do it, just a minute. Let's hide that. Switch this camera on. Okay, we'll get there in a second, and we should be side by side to finish the show. 10 out of 10. I mean, that takes some doing, does that? Yeah.
Oh, super impressed, and it's always a team effort, so that's really cool.
Totally, because we don't rehearse beforehand. I mean, the quiz is picked at random.
Yeah.
So, absolutely well done, team. There you go.
Brilliant. Thank you for our friends at Trivia Plaza as well for letting us use that every Monday. So that is really cool. And so, Stephen, what I take it, I will hazard a guess. When are you next on Amazon and live streaming?
Okay, my next show on Amazon Live, I'm live at 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday now. You can catch the show. You're more welcome to come and join me. No quizzes, but lots of fun. And Nick, when are you next live on Amazon Live? We're next live today.
Oh, next live on Amazon Live. Not today. It'll be actually, well, it depends where you are. I'm next live at 11 p.m. Pacific time. That is 7 a.m. in the UK. So I do that daily, Monday through to Friday. And then I will try and get a cooking show back on sometime towards the end of the week as well. But if you've been watching, lovely Jasmine, actually I'm being interviewed by Jasmine on her Facebook page later on today. That's at 2 p.m. now Eastern, 7 p.m. in the UK. So I'm looking forward to that. No idea what we're going to be chatting about, but it'll be great. It'll be good fun. Thank you everyone for watching. We are here every Monday at the same time, 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. Eastern. So whatever you're doing, if we don't see you, we probably will. But if we don't see you till next Monday, stay safe and have a great week. Take care.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. And